It seems like with all the injuries I've been hearing about, that the Baltimore Ravens really are screwed. This is the year when Lamar Jackson has to prove that he is going to shoulder the burden of the workload of the Baltimore Ravens having to throw the football when running backs are getting hurt left and right. Yesterday on fantasy football, I drafted Gus Edwards. As a matter of fact, I drafted two Ravens running backs because, in my view, if one of them gets hurt, then the other guy is going to get a lot of carries. And so this is why I drafted two running backs. It was a crazy day yesterday. It was actually a crazy late night. I mean, legal betting is here today. I'm very happy. There's a lot of free bets when you register for these online accounts. For example, BetMGM, $200 of free bets and no deposit required, and you get $200 of free bets. And so I'm starting out with I think we'll see a close game. I'm expecting big things for Dak Prescott. So this is why, regardless, I want to go with the Yankees today. I want to go with the Cowboys spread and Cowboys money line. I think at the least it's going to be a close game, but we'll have to see without Zach Martin if the Dallas Cowboys are going to be good. But what gets me is the fact that Dak Prescott was top 5 in passing yards, that Mike McCarthy is the real deal, that Dak Prescott is going to do big things, that the Dallas Cowboys did suffer a lot of injuries last year, that people need to give Mike McCarthy a chance to see what he can do with a fully healthy team. This is why you can't write out the Dallas Cowboys that early. But anyways, Gus Edwards is hurt. I need to go drop this guy. And I drafted, who was it? Baltimore Ravens running back, I think it was. Okay, let's see. I obviously drafted Saquon Barkley. I drafted Henry Ruggs because this guy's supposed to have a breakout year, and I'm liking big things for the Raiders. Beat John Gruden! It's happening! Who the hell thought the Bucks were going to win last year? Who thought? Which sports league was it? Okay, who thought the Bucks were going to win the championship? Exactly. This is the NFL. This is a whole new season. The Ravens are missing the playoffs. Dobbs is out. Marcus Peters is out. JK Dobbins injured reserve. The Raiders are going to win week 1. It's all rigged. It's a hoax. There's a new stadium you have to pay for. It's a hoax. Raiders win. Remember last year, the New Orleans Saints? Oh my God, who thought the Saints were going to win that one? Oh my God. Expensive stadiums just don't pay themselves, right? You have to actually rig games to get to pay off these new stadiums. Exactly. Cowboys did finally win a playoff game once they moved into the new stadium. The Cardinals made it to the Super Bowl when they moved into the new stadium. The 49ers made it to a Super Bowl before moving into the new stadium. Minnesota Vikings made it to the NFC Championship game right after moving to a new stadium. That's the most recent example I can think of. But we see it left and right. And it's just not going to be any different with the Raiders. This is why the Raiders are going to defeat the Ravens. The injuries are just making it easy right now, man. The injuries really are. The Ravens are going to miss the playoffs. I will go as far as to say that the Cincinnati Bengals will make it to the playoffs this year. Comeback player of the year, Joe Burrow and the Bengals make it to the playoffs. Year of the Tiger, Cincinnati Bengals make it to the playoffs. Comeback year, Joe Burrow, bam. Bengals defeat the Vikings week 1. In the year of the Tiger, the playoffs, in the year of the Tiger, 2022, the Bengal will be in the playoffs. The Ravens will be out of the playoffs. They are this year's surprise team to miss the playoffs. The injuries are making it easy. The Raiders need to get that big win in that new stadium to get fans excited, get fans interested. The Raiders were the first team to require vaccinations into the new stadium. This is why the Raiders will be rewarded by the NFL and the referees. Diversity is key. Diversified country. Tom Flores, Latino coach, our first woman executive. You've got the first openly gay player, massive. So I think the big thing's going to happen for the Raiders this year. Raiders are really American. Raiders have been bad for a while. Big Latino fan base, and when the whites dominated the population demographics, the Raiders were kind of bad, but because there's less white people in America becoming more diversified, then the team with diversity is going to win. That's and when we say the big key to equation, white privilege will still you'll see some systemic advantages. This is the symbolism of Derek Carr being the next golden boy, that I want to be just like Tom Brady. I want to play until I'm 45. I want to do big things. And this guy ain't lying. He's like Troy Aikman. He's like Peyton Manning. Bad offensive lines, bad teams, bad support. You know what? Give the brother some help. Give the guy the keys to a new kingdom in Vegas, and Derek Carr will just get it done. Who are we going to forget that he had 27 touchdown passes last year, that he defeated the Cleveland Browns playoff team, that he defeated the Kansas City Chiefs playoff team? Did they defeat the Colts last year? I can't remember. That was a team that was about to make it to the playoffs. They defeated the New Orleans Saints last year, a playoff team. Raiders had injuries, so Raiders started to suck or whatever. I think it's part of the rigged hoax, the rigged fugazi, where Vegas not going to make it to a Super Bowl and keep people from betting on the Vegas Raiders. Now that is a scam. Is that I'm going to shy away from the Raiders. I'm not going to put $200. I'm going to put $20 on the Raiders at this odds right at the start of the season. That's why you're not supposed to expect nothing from the Raiders. It's all part of the rigged gamble hoax. The team with the most preseason bets is going to lose. Reports say that it is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers that has the most bets. So let me document my citation. There's the key. I ain't just spouting nonsense. This is the truth. Seven-headed beast. He is the God. Tom Brady. Oh my God, he's the God. And the seven-headed beast gets slayed in Revelation. It is happening. It is all part of the rigged hoax. It's all rigged. It's going to happen that way. But going back on target, mainly because the start of the Ravens' banged up, injured season is going to coincide with the beginning of the Raiders' Super Bowl run this year. Oh, we win the Super Bowl. We beat Tom Brady. They thought they would win the Super Bowl. It's another season for the Dallas Cowboys, and that's how they write the script. Golden Boy wins to start out. Derek Carr wins. Over 4,000 passing yards. Last point made. Point well made. 30 is the new 20. I absolutely agree with it. And this guy has grown a lot over the years. I've seen him with the Vegas Raiders. I've seen him going through dysfunctional coaches and all of that, going through bad defense, going through bad offensive line, not getting real playmaking wide receivers. In my view, our own Kyler Murray has gotten more weapons than Derek Carr has gotten at this stage of his career. And he's finally getting it with Edwards and Henry Ruggs. Okay, this dude can ball. And the key is continuing to grow in year two, and you'll see how to prepare like a pro. Okay? That's what's going to be happening with the Raiders. Now, going back, you're the Tiger. Joe Burrow, comeback player. He's going to make the playoffs. I may have to update some of my picks here. This is why you can never make a prediction until before the actual start of the season, because injuries happen, and then Carson Wentz comes back, he defeats the Seahawks. It's all part of the hoax, my friend. And Bobby Anderson and the quarterback, Sam Darnold, playing the Jets week 1. They're scripting something. They script the schedule. There's no doubt about it. The Ravens missed the playoffs. The injuries are piling up. Marcus Peters, is he out for the year? Marcus Peters? Now, this could hurt the Ravens defense if there is no good running game. Obviously, if the defense is not getting off the field, if the offense is not staying on the field that long, then that does profoundly impact the defense. Marcus Peters tore his ACL. No Marcus Peters, no Gus Edwards, no Dobbins. Is there enough in the passing game to overcome this running game? This is big, 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 big news because it coincides with the Bengals win over the Vikings in week 1. The worst team in the NFL this year is going to be the Vikings. In the year of the Tiger, now I'm starting to like the Bengals. They're like, which team is going to miss the playoffs in order for the Bengals to make it to the playoffs? Pittsburgh Steelers, and now you talk about the Baltimore Ravens. Don't sleep on the Bengals. Don't sleep on Joe Mixon. They may get some young, healthier wide receivers. It may work out for A.J. Green here. I think I see a lot of young quarterbacks in there in the playoffs. I think it'd be cool, though, that the Cleveland Browns get that first playoff game in quite some time. And are we going to be talking about the Cleveland Browns as a team that could challenge the status quo? I don't think so, because the big three, in my view, Raiders are the team that we're supposed to sleep on. Oh, Ravens were banged up. Yeah, the Raiders didn't beat nobody. Oh, the Chiefs ain't got no defense. They ain't got no offensive line. Of course the Raiders beat them. Of course. It was like the same thing with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The same thing is happening to the Raiders. Now, I can't make a video explaining why the Tennessee Titans could be a Super Bowl contender. Again, I'm not saying they're going to make it to the Super Bowl or anything like that, but that they are going to be a Super Bowl contender. Something to look out for Tennessee, undefeated before Buffalo, I believe. Definitely going to beat Arizona this week. 54 Gematria is key, but watch out because they don't mean they're going to make it to the Super Bowl. It's not supposed to be this easy like that. It doesn't happen every single year. The team with the same Gematria as the Super Bowl year is going to happen that way. It just doesn't happen all the time like that's supposed to be amazing. That's all. That is my view on all this. Now, there are some pretty clear scripts happening to start out the season. I think, Cincinnati's had home playoff games. Joe Burrow will be playing in the playoff draw. It'd be kind of cool to see the Bengals. It'd be kind of cool to see Baker against Joe Burrow, I don't know if this is a shaming ritual for Lamar Jackson. We're hearing about these injuries to the Ravens in the playoffs. Definitely, I can totally see it being a fake injury, Ruse, in order for the Mark Davis doesn't have a lot of equity. You realize that. He owns a big asset, but he doesn't own a lot of cash. But he just owns an asset worth a lot of money. So he doesn't have millions of dollars of equity as far as I can tell. Maybe taking out money from the team every year, but he doesn't have a lot of equity. And you have to pay for a stadium somehow. So in my view, I think it won't surprise me if some of these Ravens injuries that we're not there filming practice. We don't see the injuries happening. We don't know. We cannot basically confirm that yes, these injuries happened the way they did. That they were not fake. Because I saw a real fake injury in my life. It was Carson Palmer's fake injury. It was non-contact. It was fake. It was the year that they hosted the Super Bowl. Fake injuries happen all the time. And Tony Romo's injury against Seattle was fake in preseason. It was fake because it coincides with Super Bowl 58. So fake injuries happening in preseason where you're not getting anywhere near the quarterback, non-contact BS, that we see during games, or just we're not there to film practice. So you never know if these injuries are just outright fake. And there's no way to confirm those accounts that happen in practice when we're not there to see the practice. We're not there to see the actual play that lead to the injury. So these are good points to be made because these injuries to the Ravens have something to do with the playoff winner of the AFC North, the comeback player of the year storyline for the Cincinnati Bengals, as well as the fact that the team playing the Ravens is going to be the team that's going to be the big surprise team of the NFL season. Another Super Bowl rematch. Patriots-Giants. Bengals 49ers, Cowboys, Steelers, Eagles, Patriots. I think the Colts and the Cowboys play in the Super Bowl just once. There's a few other Super Bowl rematches that I haven't mentioned yet. But this is just the next Super Bowl rematch. Buccaneers, John Gruden has to face Tom Brady at some point. It's something that is inevitable to happen, and everyone's believing the Bucs are going to win. My friends are picking the Bucs to win the Super Bowl this year. Everyone's believing Tom Brady's going to win the Super Bowl. It is just all embracing the Antichrist. The seven-headed beast speaking like a dragon in Revelation will get defeated. This is just playing out in real life right now. It's happening while he's in Vegas, while the next dynasty replaces not necessarily the Patriots, but the Tom Brady dynasty will come to an end, and the Raiders will emerge from the shadows of the tuck rule game to take over the NFL. But be warned, the Raiders are not going to win multiple championships to start out with. It's going to be a rigged hoax every year, but towards the latter part of the decade, Raiders are going to win championships. There's no doubt about it. But they're going to be a team that's going to be going deep in the playoffs every year. So like we saw with Jim Harbaugh in San Francisco, Bill Belichick in New England, the Ravens with Harbaugh and company and Flacco and, Hall of Famers. I had Reed and Ray Lewis and, Green Bay Packers, deep playoff runs every single year, for example. So there's just always a couple or few teams every decade that go deep in the playoffs every year. And that's pretty much what we see. The developments of Dak Prescott, Derek Carr, and obviously Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen. This is the start of the new era. This year, officially, the passing of the torch.